Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. I've got 3 stories to share with you in this latest room temperature jam. I'll be starting with this one from the Crypto Basic titled Japanese Firm Lists XRP for Crypto Lending. So look, despite what's going on in the United States, with the SEC destroying interest earning opportunities for crypto retail investors, most of the rest of the world is embracing those opportunities. In a regulated fashion, of course. And one such earn program specifically is for XRP holders being launched. And you know why? It's because the rest of the world doesn't give a damn what the SEC thinks. And it makes sense to have these personal financial choices available for individuals. Now, I am, generally speaking, not a fan of these types of things. If it requires you effectively handing over the keys to your crypto, I don't like that. Which, of course, by that means effectively, not literally transferring the keys or anything, but just, well, obviously, if you did that, if you give somebody your keys, they're now in control of your account. Not just you, they're also in control. And so if you transfer your crypto to a third party for custody or for earning interest or any other purpose, and you don't have the keys, you've effectively handed over the keys to your crypto because you have the same effective end result. So I speak out against that stuff, but I think that people deserve to be able to have their own opportunities. And you shouldn't say that such a thing can't exist, even if me, Moon Family Sedan here, isn't a fan of it. I shouldn't be in charge of what other people can and can't do. I don't want that. But Daddy Gensler thinks that he should be in charge. So anyway, I want to share with you the specifics of this because the rest of the world just don't give a damn what the SEC has to say. Then there is also this headline. This one was just fun, so I thought I'd mention it. Also from the Crypto Basic. BitBoy Crypto says exchanges even with one ball size of P should relist XRP. And yes, he's talking about what you're probably thinking that he's talking about. And then there's also this. Craig Wright describes Ripple and XRP as a pyramid scheme, which will end soon. Aren't you just a ray of sunshine? That's right, we're talking about Craig Wright, aka Fake Toshi. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so into this first piece. That's right, an interest earning opportunity specifically for XRP holders in Japan. Well, you sure as hell know it's not in the United States, that's for damn sure. Anyway, piece reads as follows. It claims to be the only platform to offer XRP lending services in Japan openly. FuelHash, a Japanese crypto firm focused on encouraging crypto mining with renewable energy, has introduced that its so-called crypto trading platform offering crypto lending services now supports XRP. The firm revealed this in a press release yesterday, asserting that it is the only Japanese firm to offer the service for XRP. Notably, XRP joins USDC, USDT, Bitcoin, ETH, ETC, and BNB as the other assets supported by the platform. A visit to the website shows that users can offer a minimum of 100 XRP for lending on the platform with a fixed 1.5% interest rate after 90 days and 1% for 60 days. FuelHash was founded in March 2021 by Katsuya Kano with a mission to drive renewable energy-supported crypto mining with a focus on solar power in Japan and hydroelectric power abroad. It launched the crypto trading platform November of 2022. And so, obviously, pretty new. Again, I'm all about personal, adults like being able to make their own personal decisions here. So even if you're going to have any sort of, compliance, well, I'll tell you what, it sure as hell doesn't exist in the United States. But anyway, here's a quote. "We have started handling XRP, which has many enthusiastic fans from the desire to provide a means of income gain through lending operations to those who feel the future of crypto and hold it for a long time," end quote. FuelHash Representative Director Kano said, as translated by Google, quote, "It will be the only open-type XRP lending service in Japan, so I would be happy if you could start with the minimum deposit amount of 100 XRP. We will continue to reflect customer feedback and update our services." And my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie, actually shared this, and this is what really got it circulated. It's how it ended up on my radar, ultimately shared, obviously, by the Crypto Basic. And now on to this. BitBoy Crypto says exchanges with even one ball size of P should relist XRP. I gotta love it. The challenge follows the clarification in the U.S. SEC case against LBRY. So, folks, this has to do, he's saying this in response effectively to what the judge in the LBRY case, a decision he's come to, thanks to attorney John Deaton participating as amicus. So, yes, LBRY lost, the SEC won, but in the remedies portion, which is what's going on right now, in that hearing, as I'm sure many of you are aware to this point, the attorney John Deaton got the judge to publicly state that secondary market transactions are not encompassed in these, the ruling that the Judge John in the SEC v. LBRY case. It's specific to those transactions that were initiated by LBRY. So once that goes to somebody else, they can sell it to whoever they want. And he publicly stated, it's on the record. We don't have a transcript yet, but he's on the record as stating that. And when we get his final ruling, that's what he's promised his ruling's going to effectively read as. So at that point, it's just like, duh, obviously secondary market transactions are. So it's just like, why not just relist XRP? Damn it. Like, why not? Damn it. Anyway, piece continues. Prominent cryptocurrency influencer Ben Armstrong, aka BitBoy Crypto, has challenged cryptocurrency exchanges to relist XRP. The influencer did this in a tweet yesterday, citing the latest developments in the United States Securities and Exchange Commission case against LBRY. As highlighted in a previous report, attorney John Deaton, who was present at the hearing representing Naomi Brockwell as a friend of the court in support of LBRY, disclosed that the judge exempted secondary market sales of LBRY credits, LBC, from his ruling in favor of the SEC. In addition, Deaton said the judge compelled the SEC to admit on the record that the underlying assets of investment contracts did not constitute securities. Yeah, and that was big news. I was very happy to publish that video when that news was breaking. Gigantic deal. Suck it, SEC. You just lost in a major way. Anyway, piece continues. According to the attorney in a recent tweet, they forced the SEC to admit that, quote, stripped down XRP is software code, end quote. Consequently, BitBoy, who has recently pitched his tent in the XRP camp, there's got to be a better way to say that, right? It's not just me, right? Like, there's got to be a better way to say it. Pitched his tent in the XRP. It's not just me. I know it's not just me. Anyway, so that's what they said. Consequently, BitBoy, who has recently pitched his tent in the XRP camp, has challenged U.S. crypto exchanges to relist the crypto assets, citing the LBRY case as a favorable precedent. And so this is the actual tweet from Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto. If any exchanges had even one ball the size of a pea, then they would relist XRP. You don't have to be brave to say that after the LBRY case, there is now official legal precedent that the secondary market does not consist of securities. Only the initial sale may. Yeah, and so that's pretty well spot on. Now, in terms of potential legal conflicts, I think they'd come regardless. But if you are an exchange, I mean, I get what Ben Armstrong's saying. It's like, you kind of got a strong case. You have an incredibly strong case, actually. You have a ridiculously, incredibly strong case. But not even one ball the size of a pea. Talking about ball size and pitching tents. I don't know what's going on, man. It's a crazy world. All right, into the final story now. Craig Wright describes Ripple and XRP as a pyramid scheme, which will end soon. Does anybody take this guy seriously at this point? Unfortunately, the answer is actually yes, including UK courts. But let me share with you this first. There's this tweet. This is from February 4th, actually. There is a reason why the XRP cultist army is following the tulip trading case so closely. They completely understand that this will end the pyramid scheme that is Ripple and XRP. So that's a complete non sequitur. It makes no damn sense. He just says stuff. He asserts things, no backing, completely irrational. Obviously, XRP, completely decentralized cryptocurrency, living on the XRP ledger. Nobody has any, sort of central control over it. Pyramid scheme to what? He just says things, right? And so regarding this tulip trading case, now that one's interesting, and David Schwartz, who of course is Ripple CTO, co-creator of the XRP ledger, he really called out fake Toshi here. So let me get you caught up to speed on what's going here. And this was actually from earlier this month, but I find this so interesting, I just wanted to share it because I'd actually missed this story. But so this in conjunction with David Schwartz kind of tearing him a new one, I was like, yup, I'm on board. So this comes from CoinGeek. It's titled Developer Duties Appeal Granted. Tulip Trading's case will go ahead. And so Tulip Trading is Fake Toshi's firm who is filing the suit. And I'll tell you this, basically in a nutshell, what he wants to be the rule of the road in the UK is that if you are, mining a miner on the Bitcoin blockchain, that if something goes wrong, if somebody, whether they lose their keys or they're hacked or this or that, he wants it to be the case that you have a fiduciary responsibility to those individuals who are financially harmed to basically roll back code. So I kid you not, to roll back transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. That's effectively what he wants. And there was a judge that had thrown out the case, but then the next level up in the UK, they're like, no, this is going to trial. And it's just like, oh? So it's completely absurd. It's like truly ridiculous stuff. It's like you're basically trying to rule that decentralized ecosystems can't exist, but even if you decree that they can't, they still do exist and they're global. Because Bitcoin, it expands far beyond the UK. So I don't know, but don't know why this is happening, but it's completely ridiculous. So check this out. The UK Court of Appeal has unanimously overturned a High Court decision to throw out a case that was set to determine whether blockchain developers owe legal duties to their users that would oblige them to return access to lost or stolen digital assets. Now, that question is set to get the benefit of a full trial. In a judgment handed down this morning, all three Lord Justices, Lord Justice Burse, Popplewell, and Lewison, held that the High Court judge had erred in throwing the case out. They found that the High Court had taken for granted a highly contested fact, that the developers are a fluctuating and unidentified body. Therefore, contrary to the findings of the lower court, there's a serious issue to be tried on the question of developer duties. And here's a quote from the judgment. This is ridiculous. This is a direct quote. There is, it seems to me, a realistic argument along the following lines. The developers of a given network are a sufficiently well-defined group to be capable of being subject to fiduciary duties. Viewed objectively, the developers have undertaken a role which involves making discretionary decisions and exercising power for and on behalf of other people in relation to property owned by those other people. That property has been entrusted into the care of the developers. The developers, therefore, are fiduciaries. The essence of that duty is a single-minded loyalty to the users of Bitcoin software. The content of the duties includes a duty not to act, in their own self-interest, and also involves a duty to act in positive ways in certain circumstances. It may also realistically include a duty to act to introduce code so that an owner's Bitcoin can be transferred to safety in the circumstances alleged by Tulip, end quote. So literally, rollback transactions. What in the ever-loving hell? So even if you make any sort of miner in the UK do that, you understand, again, like I said, this is, first of all, that's stupid as hell. And I if I have to explain it to you, like, that's that. Like, but it's global, so it doesn't work anyway. Oh, sweet Jesus. This is ridiculous. They go on to say that, quote, to rule out Tulip's case is unarguable would require one to assume facts in the defendant developer's favor, which are disputed and which cannot be resolved this way. If the decentralized governance of Bitcoin really is a myth, then in my judgment, there is much to be said for the submission that Bitcoin developers, while acting as developers, owe fiduciary duties to the true owners of that property, end quote. The net result of this is that, absent any further appeal by the developers, Tulip Trading's case will proceed to trial. There, the question of the extent to which blockchain developers owe legal duties to their users will be decided in full light of the evidence and the facts. If successful, Tulip Trading will have demonstrated that there is hope for many who have had their digital assets lost or stolen and have assumed wrongly that there is no avenue for redress. So here's what David Schwartz had to say about this, because it is completely ridiculous that this is even a thing. David Schwartz said, this lawsuit is nonsensical. Craig Wright, aka Fake Toshi, of course, I'm calling him Fake Toshi, not David Schwartz, Craig Wright doesn't need any particular person to write code. He can do that himself. He is trying to get a court to compel people to persuade others to run that code. Developers have no legal right to tell anyone else or make anyone else to run any particular code. Craig is trying to compel developers to make particular arguments to persuade other people to run the code he wants them to run. There is an ongoing public debate about how and to what extent public blockchains should respect court orders. Craig is trying to compel people to argue for his position in that public debate or impose liability on them for disagreeing with his position. That is despicable. And indeed, Craig Wright is a fake Toshi, a truly disgusting human. It's falsely taking credit for creating Bitcoin. And then he says all sorts of other nonsense crap that you'd expect from a lunatic, about like XRP being a pyramid scheme. Like, what in the ever-loving hell? Like, what are you, like, bro, do you even crypto, bro? It is what it is. It's a break, so all we can do is just acknowledge this is a thing and then just push back against this crazy human. But I'll go ahead and wrap up here. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.